Hi Virgos, welcome to your monthly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what it feels right and with what resonates with your own life experiences at the moment. So, Virgo, July, it's going to be a month where probably will be more than ever clear to you the difference between uh, being guided by your mind and its own judgments and ideas, and just free, uh, free, lovingly listening to your heart's real desires. So there's a conflict clearly between your mind and what your mind is telling you that it's right in matters of what you feel, and between what your heart truly is trying to tell you and truly trying to show you. And this process creates a constant fear of flying in the direction of your free flowing emotions, because you're always um, putting your morals, your standards, your expectations, your judgments, your apparent value system in the way of your desires of the heart. So this could be evident this month through a relationship you have that is creating this pattern to the surface and creating this fear in you of just surrendering to what you feel. This could come in the way of a relationship. This could come in a longing for a relationship, a longing of commitment to someone, to some a relationship, to some level of a heart connection, and feeling that you never have that in your life, or feeling that you're constantly desiring for that and not knowing why it hasn't happened yet. And probably it's not happening because you're not allowing it. You're not having the right space in your life to let it come freely. Um, so the departure, the central theme for you in the month of July begins with the understanding card. It's a water card, it's emotions. So it's this realization of such beauty um, lying out there, waiting for you to feel capable of riding that ocean of beautiful emotions. And you contemplating it, you're seeing it, you're doing your best to understanding it. You're doing your best to quit the rational mind of interfering, but you're still in the outlook. You're still trying to understand how to go on the direction of what you're feeling. Of course, the fear of this flight, the fear of going in this direction of your emotions, uh, the the fear of flying, the resistance card is morality, is the judgments of your mind, is your idea of what is right and what is wrong. It's your sometimes even harsh criticism towards what you're feeling, always trying to explain it, dissect it, have this logic consistent explanation to what your heart is trying to manifest itself, and not finding it, because emotions, it's not about logic. Emotions, it's not about right or wrong. There's no such thing as positive or negative emotions. It's emotions. Emotions, it's a language on its own. Emotions are a logic on its own. But until we really deeply, honestly connect with that, with our hearts, we can never understand it. We can never explain it. We can never uh, study it in a scientific way and put it out there to show statistics. No, for each person, each individual emotional body, it's completely different. And of course, as Virgos, we all have problems of going to that Pisces opposite energy and letting just love be, accepting love as it is, not trying to find a rational pattern, not trying to find a rational explanation to our feelings. So the main thing, the main obstacle for you in the month of July will be your constant need for logic, your constant need uh, for certain objective truths that may only come, that truth that you are seeking, that high moral you are seeking, it will only come from a deep, deep, deep realization of the reality of your feelings, the reality of what um, the heart energy surrounding you is trying to tell you. Because then you have, as a response to this morality card, as a response to that fear of flying, the way to handle it, you have lovers reversed, and as in intuition, you have beyond illusions reversed. So there's a clear misconception somewhere somewhere in you. There's a clear misconception in the way uh, relationships, partnerships, choices from the heart, creative aspects of our own being. There's a misconception, there's an illusion there that you need to pinpoint, that you need to acknowledge, that you need to realize. And probably, in my opinion, that misconception has to do again with the constant uh, the constant way of trying to understand relationships, of trying to understand love, of trying to understand your heart in a mental objective way, which will create an illusion because your mind, it's the only thing the mind has to offer you. It's an illusion. If you're trying to feel with your mind, it's an illusion. So you need to understand that pattern. You need to see how those judgments of the mind have been creating illusions within your perception of love, within your own perception of the love you think you give to others, and the love you let others give you. So there's a clear, beautiful awareness that can come to you by understanding the imbalances, the illusions, the lies, the deceits, the patterns of deceitful patterns you may still be wired to in matters of what you think a relationship should be, what you think love should be. And even just having this conception of love should be like this, love should be like that, is an illusion in my opinion, because love is just love. You cannot put it out there as being like A or B or C or D. Love is love. I can never you can never explain it as hard as you want to. You can never explain it. You can never explain a feeling, a sensation, the way you feel it, the way it's truthfully honest to its essence. The best channel to it, the only way we even get close to it, it's when we are creating, when we are artistically creating something, in music, in writing, in poetry, in dramatic expression. It's when we are putting our emotions out there in an artistic way. It's my opinion the way we get closer to explaining feelings. But trying to be a scientist of emotions, it's really hard, and it will create a lot of traps in the way, a lot of illusions, a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of lies, a lot of betrayals, a lot of imbalances in relationships until we get this, until we understand that what matter is love, not having a relationship that fits to high standards, that fits to a list of standards, but instead to just let it be as it is, to love, not even to love because the other love loves you back, to love because it is what you feel. And I know this can be hard. I'm not saying that this is an easy process. It's not. Which is also why what you need to relax and accept is going with the flow, which is hard. But there's definitely a renewal. There's definitely an amazing new beginning, new cycle happening in terms of your love life, of your relationships. This could come in the form of a new relationship that will force you to deal with your need to surrender and your need to let go of misconceptions that you still hold on to mentally. This could come in the way where you want to deepen a relationship and it's not happening because actually the problem is within you. This could come in the way of a partner not wanting to commit with you because you need to still look into yourself and see the reality of that relationship. Is it is it really what you want to? Is it really giving you the space of heart you are craving or unconsciously craving and resisting? So love is a theme for you this month. Partnerships, relating, compromising, not forgetting that a relationship and a healthy partnership is is like these trees here in the picture. So each one of them still holds its beautiful individual self, magic, beauty. So they don't depend on each other, they don't cling on each other, they don't project on each other their needs, their faults, their insecurities. They merge, they merge together what they have as they give each other the most beautiful gift they can offer, which is their love. And in that merging of deep love, of honest love, or just love for love, they show the most beautiful colors they have to show to each other. And that is what creates the balance, the healthy relationship that I think you're wanting, is respecting each other as an individual, not wanting to shape them at our expectations, at our lists of requirements, just accepting them and loving them and from what they are. And then they will show the same to you because everything is a reflection. And if the partner you have at this moment, if you have one, is not showing that to you, it's it's for you to be aware of that, for you to be aware of that, to tune into the energy, so you can find a partner that respects your individual self and your individual beauty and loves you the way you are. So the arrival of the awareness of this understanding, this departure, is postponement. So you arrive at the state of awareness where you acknowledge how much you have been delaying, how much of the rainbow, the beautiful happy ending, you have been delaying your own right to it, your own happy ending, by being trapped in the gray world of your mind, by being trapped in the conditionings of morality, by being trapped in the conditionings of expectations, projections of insecurities, lists of requirements, lists of pros and cons, lists of what is right, what is wrong, is that person going to fit my life, blah, 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 blah. I know. I'm a little opinionated about it. I'm sorry. I am. So this is just my opinion. Take what you feel it's right for you and what you think it's right for you. I'm not saying what I'm not saying what I say here it's an absolute truth. It's what I believe, and people that can resonate with that and people that cannot. So anyway, what I feel here is you arrive in a new state where you stop delaying the choices from the heart. You stop delaying your heart's desire. You stop delaying this understanding. You stop delaying your flight to um, to the light, to the beautiful waters of emotions. You stop refusing going with the flow, which is what you need to accept. You start embracing that new cycle of your emotions. You start even just, floating with the currents. You start just allowing things to happen, not trying to resist it, not trying to fight against it, not trying to change the course. You just accept it and see where it's going, because I feel it's going towards a beautiful, beautiful deepened connection between you and other person, between yourself with yourself, between the way you see partnerships and you see relationships, not only love, but as the full spectrum of it. And for that, you need to see beyond illusions, and you need to see with your third eye. You need to see beyond the eye of the mind. You need to open up your spectrum again of awareness and acknowledge the view that covers many of your judgments of what's right and what's wrong and what it should and what it shouldn't. It's about allowing this month of July for you, Virgo, allowing love, allowing to feel love, to show love, and receive love. So I wish you a great month. Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing, and hopefully we'll see each other next month.